Hey everyone, it is Pamela the Conscious Queen back at you with another video. I want to thank y'all guys for the love and the support that you send me. It is mind-blowing and amazing. Never thought that I would be here. But we all have to start somewhere. We all have to start somewhere. So get you something to sip on, something to snack on, puff on, whatever your preference is, and come back and join me for this video. It's going to be touching. Starting somewhere. We all have to start somewhere, chosen ones. And by being a chosen one, we don't always know exactly where that start happens. Because as chosen ones, we started over again. We've had new beginnings. I wasn't always where I am now. Ex-drug addict, alcoholic, control freak, all of those things. Didn't want to be here. There was a combination of everything that propelled me, excuse me, y'all, propelled me to where I am today. But there was a rocky road. There was a rocky road. Starting off young, father dying early in my life, 12 years old. I needed him. But my mom had us in church all of my life. Well, beginning of my life anyway. We were connected with church. We had a church family, so there was things that we could go to the church for. But as I've grown in my life, I couldn't turn to a lot of people with what I was going through with my drug addiction, my promiscuism, however you say that word, you know what I'm saying, hoeing, if you want to say it like that. A lot of things brought me to where I am today, but I had to go through them first. I had to go through a lot of shit to get to where I am. And the drugs didn't help. Church didn't help until I came to the conclusion of, I just got to do this. I've got to move shit out my way and just do this. Stop all that negative thinking. Stop all of the drugging as I used to do. There was some terrible times in my life as I didn't know who I was, didn't know what I was doing. I was just going with the flow, as in then being taught what I was taught. But mine was confused. My mind was confused about a lot of shit. My dad dying, not knowing how to handle trauma. I didn't know. That was the first propulsion in my life, my dad dying. Yeah, as a young black girl growing up without a father and seeing the world as it was. But that's not exactly where my awakening kicked in at. It kicked in later on in years, but I had to go through some things. I had to go through finding me. I had to go through loving me. I had to do a lot of things in order to get to where I am today. The crack cocaine, the alcoholism, the promiscuism, all of that like to kill me. I like to die. The lifestyle I was living, I didn't know anything. My mom did the best that she could as in raising me. And I don't hold her. I've apologized. A lot of things for my trauma, from my past. I had to go back and correct a lot of shit. I had to do a lot of apologizing. I had to do a lot of acceptance of this is what it is until it ain't. But I had to do a lot of that. I had to do a lot of looking at people. I had to do a lot of inner work as far as in talking to my spirit, talking to God, and saying that I'm tired. I'm tired. I don't want to do this no more. I was looking for escapes in the drugs and the alcohol and the men. I was tired. I needed something different in my life. And I thank God. But that didn't come until later on. At that time, and as a young woman and in church, I followed the way we were conditioned to follow. I did, my mom's way. I listened to my mother. I followed what she said, just as my daughter did. We were conditioned to believe a thing and think a thing, but that's not who we are. Our authentic selves, our authentic characters is God characters. It's a God characteristic. And God didn't create us to come down here and live ho-hum lives. He brought us here to be amazing. We're here for a purpose. We're here to connect with one another. We're here to be a help. I've always known I was a help. I've always known that in my life. When I was in church, I volunteered for everything. When I worked, I volunteered for everything. At my community, I volunteer for it. My family and my son and my daughter would be like, Ma, why are you running yourself? Hey, it's the love that I have in me. I want to see people grow. I want to see people expand. I want to see people live. That life I lived before with all of the drinking and drugging and sex and all of that, that was not the life for me. That is not who I am. Today, I am who I am. You see, I don't adore myself with all the makeup. You might see me every now and then. You'll catch me in some makeup looking fly, looking good, queen in it, doing me. But I had to cultivate me. I had to do a lot of work to get me where I am today. I did. Deep diving. Dark night of the soul. But with that, you go inside. You start to work on you because you're not happy with who you are. You're not happy. I can imagine the unhappiness because I was there. In my unhappiness, I wanted to end it all. I did not want to be here. I think with the drugs, I think I tried to do a personal assassination of myself. I don't know. I did a lot of damage to myself in my younger years. I did. And, you know, the body will tell you. The heart will tell you. Your spirit will tell you. Your mind will tell you. There's only so much that a person, that a body can take. And I know God. I know God says He doesn't put more on us than we can bear. Now, I can bear it these days. Then I could not bear it. Wanted to die. I am so serious. Wanted to be out of this world. Wanted to be out of this world. So that probably explains my medicating. That probably explains my breakdowns I've had in life. That probably explains the distancing myself from people. Because it's like nobody got me. Nobody understood what I was going through. Nobody knew how to save me. Even my children back in my drugging days, I mean, I would talk to them. They were little. But I would talk to them and said, Mama was tired. But all I could think of was being here to be for my children. I wasn't the best parent. I was not. But I didn't want to leave my children. So the times that I did try to take my life, excuse me again, the times that I did, all of these things brings back. You know, that's like me going into a file, opening up that file and revealing myself. It was a lot of hurtful times in my life. I went through alone. There was no one there to help me. Now, I say alone. I know God was there, but I wasn't communicating with Him at the time. So life was a little bit weird. I was going on my own. And when you separate from God, you separate from the strand of life that you need. Because without Him, there is no handout for you. There is no mercy and grace. There is no conversating just in thin air. There is none of that. So, excuse me, guys. I'm so sorry about that. But for all the things that I went through, I'm making up for it now. My life is making up for all of the hurt, all of the pain, All of that, I'm making up for it. And excuse me, guys, if this video cuts off, we know it's not me. It does that sometime. But regroup, start fresh whenever you need to. And that's what I did. Every time I thought I needed to start fresh, start over, do a new beginning, I did. I recreated myself until I'm the queen. I'm the conscious queen today. Back then, I was Sweet Pea. I was a lot of different things back then. Today, I'm at peace. I'm in love. I'm thankful, grateful, blessed. Beyond measure. So that was another little snippet of my life, of my journey. Guys, I don't mean to come on here and cry, but when I open up those files and I go back to those memories, it can kind of take me there. But thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for being understanding. Thank you for being loving. And thank you for coming aboard. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for wanting to be here and hear my journey. I love you so much. And with that said, guys, thank you for coming in. Thank you for hitting that button. Thank you for loving me. I love you. I love you. So, be sure to give me a thumbs up if this video resonates with you, or you feel, share me if you feel somebody else can do better. So share me. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. Yeah. Okay. So, thumbs up. I love you guys. See you in the next one.